Just to make the case to Tia, like for my baby.
You making any money?
No, I need money to make money. I'm not even. I'm not willing to even keep it. I need to create a job for myself,
Or
which
just
allows
go
me.
find a job?
No, not to find a job. There is not a job that will like keep me breathing.
Oh,
Job does not
well,
exist.
Alex, you also got to think. You got a kid to think about now too.
But I can also, if I leave,
What's
right,
important, making money to make you happy, or making money to keep your kid happy?
Sparky, if I jump off a cliff tomorrow, there's enough money and other shit to take care of her forever. If I consume all that, it's not there for her, and there's a serious
If you got a
chance.
job, you can earn money to fund making.
The funny
money.
thing is, though, the American government, if I wished, would basically pay for her entire life. Especially if she's raised relatively well, intellectually speaking, can get scholarships. She could go through her entire life and never earn a penny and start working with zero debt on her record. Zero debt and tremendous accreditation. And I don't have any problem.
But would you rather have your daughter be a freeloader or earn?
A freeloader? What if her father is working for the fucking planet and for humanity, and she has to deal with that, and her mother has to deal with that, and the price of that on their lives is giant.
But you're not working for the planet and humanity.
What is she actually taking from the grand scheme? No, I am.
No, you're not.
I
You're not working
absolutely
at all.
am. No,
You're
I
not
don't have a
producing
job. You think
anything.
I'm not? So work. What is work? Work is the production of something.
You've been given multiple opportunities to produce, and you haven't taken up on any of them. You won't take anyone else's ideas.
What are the
seriously.
opportunities to produce that I've been given? It's not that I don't take their ideas seriously, but I already have my own. I'm willing to accept other people's ideas, certainly, but without the means to realize them and protect myself simultaneously, I choose to basically protect myself until I'm gone. Because once I'm gone, my own stream of ideas and my own freedom ceases to be. And I
during certain hours of the day?
no, it would cease to be permanently. If I don't, on some level, take care of myself. The problem is I refuse to really think about it. So I end up spending way more because I refuse to take care of myself. I refuse to be individually efficient. I can make myself comfortable in this world. This world is perfectly designed for an unhappy person with a lot of skills to buy a big fucking house on a big piece of land and have a fucking jet and not have to talk to
You need to have
anyone and
money to have a
protect
jet.
yourself and have lobster everything. You really think if money is my object that I don't have the fucking talent and the dedication to make it? Most people who make billions of
Are
dollars...
you making it?
No, and I'm not gonna. I never will by myself. If you see me make money, it will be with other people who first have seen me talking, perhaps edited, and invested in my show and said, I want to be an owner of your show. I'm the only fan of your show, but I want to give you $10 a month so I can tell your business what to do. Because you don't get a vote, because you're the inventor, you're the president. The president gets no vote. The president gets nothing but the last word. And you know what I'll be doing in the beginning? I'll be speaking to one person at a time for 10 minutes, saying, here's the vote you get to cast today. Forever. Are you going to participate in this, or are you going to fucking be an LIP? Forever. If I sit down and I explain my case and you don't fucking invest yourself in the venture I invented immediately, you never will. And I'll get to that point because there are 6 billion people. I can do it over and over and over, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And I can say, fuck the name Demo Crazy. And I can straight up make the I Told You show. And I don't have to advertise it. There's very little brilliant, angry, realistic, inventive shit out there. There are very few characters on my level that are out there with real fucking ideas. They don't have to build them, just even the ideas. People don't share their ideas. They're not trying to create something great. They're playing for 3 of a kind, maybe 4 of a kind. No one's really playing for the straight flush. Of course, if you make the straight flush and you put it in your pocket, you become utterly fucking corrupted. In certain cases, people need to take care of other people, as in, especially if you're going to have the specialization of labor, you need to provide for.
So feasibly every hour. Out of every hour of every day in a year, you can talk to 52,560 people.
How many do you think it would take? How many do I talk to? 12? I mean, you're a pretty damn good listener. There's some other friends I have who can listen some. There's a few who can listen more. You like to have your own ideas, which is good. even though, you know, I get caught up venting, so it's harder to have something, you know, come back against the stream until I calm down.
All I'm saying is, if you really want to start making money off some of your ideas,
I don't want to start making money. I want to find people who believe in my dream first, and if I can't, I will never do anything.
I do, but in order to produce something out of it, you need to shut up and take other people's ideas as well.
Shouldn't I share mine first with more than 12 people? I mean, I listen to your ideas, I look at your drawings, but I'm not building anything now anyways, and it's not going to go away. It's there. It's on the record. And if we actually, if the point is that there's a small, you know, fabricatory, then you don't want to do. I want to open a factory and a catering place. Just a sweet kitchen that's so
shop.
Like a metal shop, a couple rapid prototype type of machines, and a sick like Viking kitchen. You know, and there's just always, because there's only 12 people allowed in the club at a time. There's always 12 people in the club. 8 of them are fabricating shit, either original ideas or just pieces for other fucking, like, we invent like additions and customizations.
How big's your dad's shop? Ask for 50 square feet.
My dad's shop is big, and down at Meat Supply, there's enough room for me to fucking build a garage. I could build him out of his own steel with his own materials at a very low price. I could build him a double-tiered storage area, which would free up the area I need to build my own shit. Talk to my fucking brother. There's a poisonous air in a way in that place.
Give me a MIG and steel, I'll do it.
I mean, I'm gonna need more. Oh, what you mean the storage thing?
Yeah.
You know, I want to build one that's elliptical, like that can kind of, just like my boat lift. I want to build elliptical lifts, simple up down, not a giant lift, but enough of a fucking lift. Whether you're lifting a car, maybe you're lifting a car in New York, maybe any parking spot you can install one of these things, right? And it can lift. It can take one car and lift it up.
Look at these assholes.
I still think that we could go in a lot of neighborhoods, find a house that's kind of shitty, and build a dual, you know, rotating, Mary garage. Something, you know, big, like a neighborhood with pretty big houses. Take one, split it down the middle, build a new one, put a facade on it, drive into the garage, and go around.
All you need is a 3-point steel frame, the drive mechanism, a couple of gears.
1 horsepower is. I mean, you could do it.
No, not for a car.
No, for 12 cars. 1 horsepower could do it. You just need to run the motor like all day to pressurize something else. I mean, 1 horsepower can spin a perfectly balanced wheel of almost any weight. 1 horsepower can turn a perfectly balanced wheel, perfectly balanced any weight. Any weight, you just gear it.
No,
you gear it. You gear it. You gear it insanely to the point that you make the thing turn. But of course, you're going to have a flywheel anyways.
Get out of hand.
Well, we're not going to actually do that. That was a little theoretical argument we just had.
Like for your storage shelf for your dad's place, that's real easy.
What about elliptically? What about something where we have to bend steel? Like we have a jig. We have to make a jig where a piece comes down, it's fucking heated, and we have to bend it around and lock it down, and then weld it.
Why do you have to bend it?
Into an ellipse. We're going to fucking pour hot steel into a fucking ellipse. We're going to bend it. I mean, maybe later we can fucking fabricate it or something. Or maybe
Why do you need to bend the steel to make an ellipse?
How are we making it into an ellipse? Multiple pieces?
Drive rail.
How are we making anything in that? What do you mean drive rail?
Drive rail.
What the fuck's a drive rail?
All you need is cable and chain with a link drive, kind of like a bike. You can make a shelving system that completely rotates. Your shelves always remain flat. They're balanced, centered on triangular picks. And
Are they hanging on each side? I mean, just axles?
Yep.
One big axle with several, with a...
No. Each shelf has its own axle, so it sits flat.
Right, but there's one that holds the two things that spin, right? You have one main axle.
Yeah, you have 2 axles, top axle, lower axle.
I mean, you could have 7 axles for 6 cars.
For the car idea, you need 1 axle. You need a bunch of pivot points.
Isn't it just a water wheel?
Kinda. Water wheel with a bunch of links in.
Now, if we dig into the ground some, you know, we can lower it and make the height. We can hide them in totally normal houses. And the facades.
Depending on where you are in the city, you can only go down so deep, though.
Fine, then we don't go that deep. I mean, we're talking cities everywhere, though. You're saying we can build, we can take the cars. Listen, on a lot of streets, by eliminating one house, we can eliminate all the cars on the fucking.
Shut up and buy me a beer.
Okay, fine. All the cars on the street, we can eliminate them. Not only that, we could, if we don't want to build that building as a copy of an existing housing structure, we can build it as a small mountain. some artificial or something like a rock. We can build it in any shape we want. The exterior, our computers tell us exactly what the exterior piece has to match the exterior of